Alrighty, overview. So NEWL stands for the National Examination in World Languages. It's a collaborative initiative between American councils and the College Board, with partnership from many of our language-specific organizations. And NEWL is offered in 4 languages: Arabic, Korean, Portuguese, and Russian. We partner with the language-specific organizations because for many of our students in high schools, they are the ones who are mainly in touch with these populations: Arabic, Korean, Portuguese, and Russian. So for Arabic, our current partners are Qatar Foundation. For Korean, it's Korean Education Centers in USA and Canada, as well as International Korean Education Network. For Portuguese, we are currently partners with Camões Institute, as well as FLAD, Luso-American Development Foundation. And lastly, for Russian, our American Council's Teachers of Russian. Skills and proficiency levels that are covered in NEWL. NEWL is a functional proficiency-based language assessment. It targets novice high to intermediate high range of language proficiency. The skills that we cover are reading, listening, speaking, and writing, and those are the associated times with each skill. So 60 minutes in reading, 45 minutes for all the remaining 3 skills. And approximately the exam takes about 3.5 hours to complete. All 4 components contribute equally to the aggregated score for the student score reports. Sample items, sample test questions can be accessed on our website, and the link is here as well. Towards the end of this PowerPoint, I'll show you exactly the NEWL page so that you can see these links as well. But if you would like to take a snapshot, this recording will also be available, so you can return to these links later as well. Why schools, students, and parents choose NEWL? Well, the main reason being is that these are College Board endorsed examinations. So currently College Board does not represent the 4 languages that NEWL covers. So therefore we are endorsed by the College Board, and we partner with them to administer these exams. Students can earn college credit in advanced placement. NEWL provides a testing option when AP is not available, helps the students meet the Seal of Biliteracy requirements. Many states qualify, and I'll talk a little bit more about the Seal of Biliteracy, but many states and schools accept NEWL as a eligible form of assessment for the Seal of Biliteracy on their transcripts. NEWL also provides professional and nationally recognized scoring. NEWL and the Seal of Biliteracy. What is the Seal of Biliteracy? It's a statewide recognition for students who demonstrate proficiency in 2 or more languages by the time they graduate high school. And so NEWL is a qualifying assessment for many states for the Seal of Biliteracy. However, we do urge all teachers and students to please confirm eligibility and state from their high school and directly check the eligibilities, and because many high schools will only accept a score of 3 or 4 or 5 on the NEWL. So therefore, it's really important for you to seek clarity from the high school itself or from the state to ensure you get the correct score in order to qualify. How to prepare for NEWL, NEWL preparation and readiness for students. There are many ways. You can take a look at those samples that I showed earlier in the link in the previous slide. We also have non-proctored practice exams available on our website. Students can prepare for the NEWL exam using these non-proctored but online exams. Again, here's the link, but it's also on the NEWL website. These practice exams closely reflect the main exam format and are highly recommended for building familiarity and confidence. A percentage correct score will be provided for reading and listening sections of the practice exam. These NEWL exams are available all year round, so you do not have to wait until April of each year to take these exams. You can go on our website now and take the exam before you take the main exam in April. NEWL registration and exam fees. Exam fee for these NEWL assessments for all 4 languages are $129. Registration is now officially open as of yesterday, and it will remain open until the 30th. Registration link can be found on the website, but as well as linked here for you. Please visit the official NEWL website to find this link. If you are a student right now listening, then as a student, you'll be creating a student account first using this link. Then you'll select your language and testing date. You'll submit your registration and complete payment, upon which you'll receive a confirmation email with instructions for the day of the exam. A few notes on this page that are really important to consider. All times available on the NEWL form are Eastern Standard. So if you are not based in the East Coast, please adjust for time before you select that time. This table may be familiar to you because it's on the NEWL website, and you'll see the times here. Please note that these are check-in times. The exam, as I mentioned earlier in the slide, takes approximately 3.5 hours. So if you start the exam at 8 in the morning, you'll most likely finish it by 11:30 or 12 Eastern Standard. So these are merely check-in times. This is not how long the exam takes. Please check in within that 30-minute window provided to you to ensure that the exam finishes at the correct time. One other note I have here for you: if you are a teacher or school who has taken this exam before, you have multiple times available here for you. So you have a school hour time, 8 to 8:30 in the morning, after school time, which is after at the 4 to 4:30 or 7 and 7:30. Please note that these are accommodation dates only, these two blocks. If you're a student eligible for time and a half or double the time, you would have to pick one of these two. Otherwise, you will not receive the double time or time and a half that you've requested, or any other accommodations that you are approved for. More on this in a little bit. And once you are on the form, on the registration link, this data will be more easy for you to take a look at. But for now, this is for planning purposes, so that you don't, so you can kind of plan which time might work best with your calendar. One last note is that the registration form allows you to save it, but not submit it yet. So if you're unsure about the time you've selected or any other details, for example, one addition this year on the registration form is, would you like your score sent to your teachers? So you might, and we ask for the name of the teacher and the title and the email. So you might get started on your form, but you might not know who that teacher is, maybe their information. So you could always save the information and return to it later. If you do pick that option, please make sure that you return and submit the form before the 30th. NEWL administration. If you're a new school or new student this year, a lot of this information is already on our website, so you may have read. But if you're a school returning, these are some important changes that I want you to bear in mind. You may have already received emails about these changes as well. In the past, we have administered this exam on school premises in a group setting where the school has found proctor, a lab technician, and a space for this exam to occur. That will no longer be the case in 2026. All our exams for all 4 languages will be administered outside of the school and not in a group setting. So in 2026, we have partnered with HonorLock Incorporation to administer this exam. In-person proctoring is actually not permitted. What is HonorLock? It's an online remote proctoring service. It's used to ensure exam security and integrity. Through a secure browser extension. A little bit more about this below. It's an AI assisted with live proctor monitoring capabilities. It allows the student to test from home or a private location while maintaining standardized testing conditions. What do students need to have when they are taking this exam on that scheduled time? Students must have a working computer and a webcam, install Google Chrome browser, must have a stable internet connection, must have a government or a school issued ID. This needs to be in a physical form. So if you have a digital version, this will not work. You will not be able to take your exam on that date. You need to have a physical barcode. If it is a digital version, then you might want to print it out so that on the day of the exam, you're able to check in. You need to be in a quiet, private location where no one else is present or passing by. So you cannot take this exam at a Starbucks or at the library where people are moving by behind you, perhaps. So you need to be located in a way where maybe even if you are at the library in a private room and it's all glass doors, your background is a wall where nobody is passing through. You need to also have a fully charged camera-equipped smartphone available to scan the QR code and your ID when you're prompted to do so to complete check-in. Without these steps, you will not be able to take the exam on your chosen date and day when you're checking in. NEWL score reports. So once you have taken your exam, score reports are issued approximately 6 to 8 weeks after the testing window is closed. What does that mean? The very last, not the day that you take the exam, but rather the last day of administration. And I'll show you the last day of administration is May 5th, I believe. So counting from that date, 6 to 8 weeks from that date, your score reports will be issued. Students receive electronic score reports during that time. Schools may receive official reporting if requested by the student in the application. I alluded to it earlier in the slide that students are able to identify the individual they want their score reports sent to. So if the students have checkmarked and your name and email addresses are there, you will receive these score reports basically at the same time as the students will. There will not be a huge time difference as you've experienced in the past. Schools and districts may reach out to American councils for batch student reports for the Seal of Biliteracy or other local